To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
What is going on, Magic Shares? Welcome to another Talk About the Magic episode this week. So we got some news. Nothing crazy. Nothing really. I guess what is it to write home about? Is that how the phrase goes? I think that's how it goes. But yeah, still some stuff going on. There's always something happening with Disney, right? So, if you haven't already heard, Avengers is apparently like the biggest movie in the world. I don't know if you've seen it. It's pretty good. I had some little issues with it. I had some things that I thought were like, but for the most part, I was happy, after waiting years for this to come out. I think it delivered fairly well. So, if you haven't seen it yet, I'm not gonna ruin it here, and I would recommend you pretty much don't watch any YouTube videos because they have a tendency to do that, ruin the movie before you see it. But go check it out; it's pretty good. So let's get into the news. Just some quick reminders. I know Sundays didn't work out, but I'm working on it again. It's kind of tricky. It's weird because, and I'm gonna be talking about this, but it's just, school and something always takes time away, and this is what I've said before in the podcast on Sunday's show. You have to kind of decide what you're going to give the time to. And so right now I'm in a weird phase because it's so new to me, going to school and how I have my work and everything cut out. I kind of have to like reassess and really kind of like, okay, when can I do this? When should I do this? And how can I do this? And so that's what I'm doing. I'm doing that. So it should be good for Sunday again. But thank you guys so much for being patient and coming back to the podcast. I know it's been weird and loopy and it's just all about starting new things. The radio is still going on. I haven't given up on that, but like I said last week, I wanted to get back and doing the show. And Lou Mangello made a very good point to me when we discussed this kind of stuff. He said that's the beautiful thing about podcasting. You have freedom to try different things out creatively. You don't have to be afraid to try things out. And I took that advice to heart, and it's exciting because I've been able to do that. So. Yeah. All right. That's just a little bit of a side note there, but let's get in some news. So the big thing, one of the big things is we got that restaurant. A space theme restaurant is going to be in Future World at Epcot. So Disney Parks blog finally announced that they are going to be putting the new restaurant between Mission Space and Test Track. Now we know Mission Space already went over a rehaul last year. They upped the launch experience, giving the green version much more family friendly and giving the orange mission a lot more of a intense feeling, more usual. This summer though, starting June 9th, you'll also be able to check out Star-Lord and Gamora, they're going to be taking guests on a musical journey through the cosmos in the Guardians of the Galaxy. So that's something to look at if you are wanting to do that. It's great when they do stuff like this because it gives you something to do that's different in the park. Normally, when you go to the park, you think, at least I should say that because you really don't, but you think like, am I really gonna have can I really do enough stuff? Like once we get on these rides, that's all we care about. Disney does a great thing with this type of stuff where there's always something going on to where even if you already did all the rides and you did all the meet and greets, there's something new that, the other cool thing, no one else will see, if they miss it in this time. So it's going to be between June 9th and August 19th. You can check it out there. They're definitely kind of going all in with this space theme, just basically because of what they're opening up. And it's going to be, it's cool. I'm excited for it. I think, it's an interesting time to go to Disney because there's so many things happening. We have Toy Story Land just opening up. We know Star Wars Land is just about to open up. And if you check out how Pandora, how Avatar or Pandora opened up, or Avatar Land, like I like to call it, how it opened up, it was a huge success. I mean, there were so many people, and there's still so many people. There's still hours sometimes to get in. So if you're right now in the process of saving for a Disney trip, I would encourage you to, and let you know, don't feel bummed because maybe you didn't get to it this year. I'd say keep saving because the next couple of years are going to be pretty busy, and it might be pretty pretty swarmed with people every time you try to go. So just look at the calendar. Make sure that when you're going, it's a good time for you. Because there is no slow time at Disney. I know that's a very big question. But I don't believe that exists anymore. There was a time when that was the case. But now with so many things happening, every single park has something to offer. Except Hollywood. But once Toy Story Land opens up, Hollywood Studios will have something great to offer. So now if you go to, like before, most of the time it was usually going to be something like, Epcot was the boring one, or Animal Kingdom. It's like, I don't want to see animals. But they're offering so much more now that you kind of are interested in going. And Disney's very good at making each park a 2-day visit. So there are times when there's not as many people, but it's not like, oh, I got a 2-month span and nobody will be at the park. No, it's like, okay, Tuesday there's not a lot of people, but Wednesday there's a lot of people now. So it's just one of those things that you have to just kind of just plan more on your schedule. When can you have the most time to be able to enjoy the experience and create memories there? So the other interesting thing, this one's a little more hit homey for me. It's a little more personal. On May 12th, Disney Springs, on the west side of Disney Springs, will be a brand new store, DisneyStyle. Now, DisneyStyle was focused more on the modern fashion. So, what's modern fashion? Whatever you're thinking right now of what modern fashion is, it's probably on cue with what Disney's saying. Because what if you haven't noticed already, when you go to Target or you even go to a Disney store, and you look at their clothing, a lot of it is very hip oriented, very Etsy oriented, I would say. They have a lot of funny phrases like, not today, and it's, the queen or something, or it's good to be evil kind of deal, and it's something like that. So you'll find that they are kind of changing direction. They're getting more into it. They have their DC3 line up, and my thing is, this is my wondering is this. I love Disney clothes, and I love Disney clothes to wear because they are Disney. I don't necessarily see myself paying $50 for a t-shirt that has either no marking or a very small marking of a Disney kind of brand. I enjoy more of like obviously Goofy and Mickey kind of jumping around. That's just me. But this is going to be much more focused, like I said, in a more modern fashion, more hip style look. And so it's gonna be interesting, because obviously if this takes off here, Disney will be kind of letting it go throughout the rest of the stores. They want to continue it going. So I mean, if it ends up not being such a good fit, maybe we'll see what happens. But I don't know. For me personally, I love that Disney is trying, but I really don't. It's not something I see that's special, I would say. Because like I said, a lot of the stuff is very... you can see this on Etsy. You can get this from, some of our... maybe even some better looking items from some of the friends who've been on the show, like Walt's Wardrobe and, like Main Street Press and things like that, where... So it's weird. It's kind of weird because you see Disney kind of jump in late in the game, but at the same time they're getting in the game, and it's interesting because what that's saying is they are looking, they are listening, they are seeing what they're what Disney fans are actually purchasing, and when they realize that people are purchasing more off of outside artists than the actual Disney store, they're concerned. They want to figure out why that is. So. It's interesting to see that Disney is doing something like this, and I think you can definitely go check it out and see the quality and everything there of the clothes and stuff. But it's going to be May 12th, and it'll start at 10 a.m. It'll be they'll also have in-store makeup touch-ups with a new Patrick Star collection by MAC Cosmetics from 10 to 12 noon. Special treat with purchase for the first 500 guests, and an exclusive photo opportunity from Disney Photo Pass. So the first 500 guests will be getting a special treat. It doesn't say what it is, but if you are in the area and this sounds like something maybe you want to do, I definitely would go check it out. But if you are looking for the shop, it's between AMC Theaters and Star Wars Galactic Outpost. So like I said, It's cool. I like it, but I don't know. I don't know why Disney is kind of trying to get into this, and I want to know what you think, especially if you're a small shop owner of Disney inspired kind of brand. How do you feel that they're trying to do this? Do you like this new modern kind of look? Do you like what is the word, hipster look, I guess, that they're going for? Let me know. Hit me up on Twitter. Of course, you can hit me up there at Talk the Magic, or on Instagram, Talk About the Magic, or Facebook, Talk About the Magic. Or you can always shoot me an email at talkaboutthemagicpodcast@gmail.com as well. I want to thank you guys so much for listening to today's Talk About the Magic show. I cannot wait to talk with you again very, very soon. Have a wonderful night, day, week, whenever you're listening to this. And as always, stay magic.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.